Hello everyone, today I have a brand new video review for you. We'll be reviewing my old G19 keyboard by Logitech and the DeathStalker Ultimate by Razer. We're going to be reviewing the keyboards in the categories of comfort, design, features, and customization. So with that, let's get started on comfort. So our first category is comfort. So first we're going to be looking at the Logitech G19 keyboard. When it comes to comfort on this keyboard, I don't have a whole lot to say about it, to be honest, because it's good because it's very familiar. It's kind of keyboard we've all been using for many years. There's been no great big design, just the Logitech has basically made it better. The key presses are very smooth, it's very accurate. Yeah, it's really what you would expect. It has a nice armrest here. One thing I do not like about this is the armrest, like most Logitech keyboards and other keyboards, is the armrest here is removable. And the bad thing about that is every time I want to go to like a LAN party or game party, these little clips here, where I'm just clicking my armrest, these always break on me. And I always end up gluing this armrest back on. So comfort's good, but you got to be very careful with the basically not trying to break this. So with that, I'm gonna say yeah. Let's move on to the Razer. Let me get back right here. All right, so the Razer here. This is where we're starting to get more of a change. The Razer DeathStalker Ultimate. You notice we have a brand new key layout. This key layout first came out with a Star Wars keyboard from Razer, and they continued on to this version. When I first saw this, I was very skeptical if I would like this or not, or if it would actually be better to type on. Because personally, I prefer typing on my Logitech G19 over here versus my laptop Alienware. But for the past 2 months, I have been using this keyboard, and I have to say I'm quite impressed. I found I'm actually able to type a little bit faster on this. I'm a little bit more, quicker. For a game keyboard, speed is very important. So when it comes to comfort level, and the speed, I'm going to say this keyboard definitely wins. And one thing I also love about this keyboard is this armrest is built in. There's no worry about little plastic clips. And we do have plastic clips like right here. These clips here feel a lot more sturdy, and it's not going to fall out, unlike the Logitech here. So it just seems a little more flimsy, and this is going to break off much easier than would on this Razer. So, a gamer is going to be going to LAN parties. You're going to want to take your keyboard with you. And this, I think, is going to be a lot more durable, and it is very comfortable. So when it comes to comfort, the winner is Razer. Let's move on to the next topic. Alrighty, on to the next topic of design. We're starting off with the Logitech G19 keyboard. And I do have to say, I'm very impressed with this design. I love how the game mode in here is easy to use. Game mode, what this does is it basically disables your Windows key. So when you're playing a video game, you don't actually push that Windows key and close your game. So that's the fact that it's easy and quick to change between the two is very very nice. The main thing I'm really impressed with is this wheel right here. This wheel here is your volume control. It's very quick, very responsive, and very easy to use. So if I'm playing a game and someone quickly calls me, I can either quickly mute the speakers, answer the phone, or if some roommate comes up and wants to have a chat with me, I can just quickly turn the volume down. And let me just play some music so you can actually see how effective it is. Let's open up Pandora here. Alright, so we have some Pandora playing. So right now the speaker's kind of low, so you can quickly turn this sound up, and just quick going down. So, design, very good job on the Logitech. Let's move on to the next Razer. Now here's where I become dissatisfied. The Razer keyboard, it's a new layout. There is no wheel for volume. Now, to turn the volume up and down on the Razer keyboard, we have to push and hold the function button, and then we're going to push F3. Now you notice this is much longer, and it's just more cumbersome. It's an extra step. I gotta, instead of just going up, turn the volume up and down, I now have to go here, push a button, take my other hand, and turn the speaker up. So if I'm on the phone here, my one hand's busy, I won't be able to use my volume. I won't be able to mute the speakers, because the muted speakers, it's very similar. It's the same thing, hold function, push F1. So you need two hands to activate your volume control. Same thing with your media buttons right here. So yeah, that's kind of design flop. And my other design flop here is I like taking screenshots of my video games, or what I'm doing, or if I'm running a program. I take a snapshot of the screen so I could save it. And normally I use Alt Print Screen. Now let's go back to the Logitech. If you want to take a screenshot on this keyboard, like an actual screenshot of a window, you're going to hold Alt and you're gonna press where the hell is it? Print screen, and that's gonna take a screenshot of the game you're in or a specific window on the computer. And it's just very easy with one hand. You just push Alt print screen, very quick, very easy. On this keyboard, they changed it around. So now on this keyboard, do the same thing. We're gonna have to hold Alt, Function, and then reach up here to print screen. So it's still easy, but the fact that I have to use two hands again. And like I said, if you're on the phone, or if if you're doing something else, or it's just another step. It's just something I don't really appreciate doing. I always find it's very cumbersome. So yeah, when it comes to design, the winner is the Logitech. So let's move on to our next topic. Now let's talk about the features. And again, we're going to start with the Logitech G19. Features of this keyboard are it's interesting because this is one of my very first keyboards ever to introduce a color LCD screen. Very similar to the G15. It has the performance monitor like the G15, shows your CPU usage, your RAM usage. It's going to show you you can play YouTube videos on here. I'm not sure the G15 has this part, but this does. LCD clock, and it has apps. So if you're playing like World of Warcraft, you can show your command and life down here. I think Battlefield has one, which is your ammo and stuff. Anyway, you have game apps down here, and another thing is like TeamSpeak and Ventrilo has an app. So if you don't have multiple monitors like I do, you can basically have this set up to tell you who's logged into your channel, who's currently speaking. So it's very useful for TeamSpeak and Ventrilo if you don't have multiple monitors. And that nice features, nothing too impressive. I mean, it is a little wonky to learn how to use the controls. But it doesn't take too long to get the hang of it. Again, to make a macro on this keyboard, you press MR, press the G key to your macro, press MR again, your macro recorded. So you push the button again, it does that macro. Very nice keyboard. It's very well done when it first made for features wise. If you look at the software, it's pretty straightforward. It's easy to use. Here we have our home. You can see the keyboard. Here you can manage your macros onto the keyboard itself. This is your LCD screen. You can turn on and off apps that show on here, so you don't have to worry about going through unnecessary apps you don't use. Here's where you change the color of the keyboard. As you can see here, is where you change the color. Full spectrum. You can pretty much have any color you can think of. One of my friends really loves pink, so there you go. There's pink. Yeah, so features, very good features, very well built in. I feel they could have been done better, so there we're going to move on to the Razer. Get out of the way. Bring down the Razer. Now, the first thing here is when I got this keyboard, I was really, looking forward to. Cause I mean, you have your number pad. Let me just keep it back over. But you have your number pad here. But me, I've always, never used my number keys. My number pad never really got that used that much. I felt, it was always like a waste of space. I never really used the keyboard often. So, why not change it out for something you might use, like an LCD screen here. Now, I do own a Galaxy Note 2, as you can see here. And the one thing Galaxy Note 2 has is a stylus. I was really hoping that my trackpad here, as you see, I start moving my fingers on this thing. You can see my mouse here. It's a trackpad. So why you need this, I don't know. I was really hoping that my stylus, my Galaxy Note 2, will work on here. I can use it for drawing. But as you see, move my stylus around, my mouse does not move. So unfortunate I can't use my stylus. Would have been really neat. But anyway, we'll move on to the other features. This keyboard here has many built-in apps. When you first turn the computer on, you get the screen here. Here's your macro keys. It's very similar to the same macro keys over here. Sorry for the triggering. So yeah, you have your M1 and M5 keys, and you have these keys here. This keyboard offers features any key. You can basically program any of these keys here to any macro you want. That was really cool at first until you need to type something and you realize you got a macro on, which isn't too bad. You push hold function, you push F1 and F2, change between different modes, or different profiles, I'm sorry. So yeah, let's go listen more about the apps. I don't want to go too much about touchscreen here because you can look at other videos. Why is this playing music? Stop that. Alright, so you have your number pad here, which is basically what you expect here. I have noticed that this print screen button here has never been very accurate. I mean, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I'm hoping this gets fixed in drivers. Here's your macro, macro manager. So we can go in here, we can say record, type in a macro, hit stop, and Yeah, so now we're going to bind it to that key. So macros is very simple. This is your game mode. Unlike the game mode on Logitech G15 or G19, sorry, you can disable more than just the home key. So we're going to go game mode on. We're going to disable Alt Tab, and we're going to disable Alt F4. Windows key is already checked. So now when game mode's on, which you see the little light here, basically all these keys are disabled. So it does more than just the Windows key, which is neat. YouTube app, yay. Facebook app, yeah, okay. Now here's one of the tricky parts about this keyboard. To go to your game apps like Logitech, you can't just go to a game mode. It's really frustrating. I mean, I want to be able to just push a button so I can push my game. Instead, you gotta get your 3 fingers from one side to the other side. Oh, look, it worked first time. Normally, I fight this thing. There we go. I can't go back. See, try again. No, try again. Come on. Oh, I can push the to get back, and I nope. As you can see, it's there we go. So let's go. Let's try to go back again to the game. There we go. I got it first try at a time again. So here we have a Star Wars app, which is pretty neat. I use this every now and then. Counter-Strike Global app. So yeah, it's a little bit differently. I do find getting to this game mode part is a little frustrating, but it's not impossible. You just kind of got to screw with it for a little bit. So when it comes to features, let me go over the software. I'm sorry. Software. This brings it up. So here's the Razer software, and here's my Naga. But let's click on the keyboard. And just like the Logitech, it's very similar. You can get your lights here. You can change that with the spectrum somehow. Okay, I'm not sure how, but anyway, you still have all these stuff here. I think I'm gonna go to spectrum maybe and click on custom. It brings it up. No. Okay, well I'm not sure why it's not working, but anyway. Yeah, let's move on. So your profiles here, different profiles, different lighting modes, your gaming mode, which I just showed down here. We can even control it up here. Settings. So it's very similar to the Logitech. I do like it how this is, since it uses your Logitech Synapses. It saves your settings online. So every time if I have to redo my computer, I uninstall Windows and reinstall Windows on another computer, or I go to another computer, I can install these drivers, download this software, and it downloads all my old macros, it downloads my old settings, so it's less setup time. So that's a really neat feature. I love how I can just save everything online. So when it comes to features, the winner is the Razer DeathStalker Ultimate. So the last topic of customization. This one's a really easy subject. I'm going to say it's a tie. Both keyboards can change any color you want. Both keyboards have color LCD screens. So yeah, you can customize them both pretty much the same. I really can't think of anything that stands out in my mind right now. I do want to go back on a couple of things. I forgot to mention that this keyboard here does have 2 USB ports on top of the keyboard, which is very convenient if you need a kind of quick webcam, USB flash drive. It's really convenient. Unfortunately, to get this power, this capability here, let me show you. You have to. Oh crap! Maybe I should have done this. You have to plug in your own thing. So it has one of this, and it does have also one USB cable. So that is a little inconvenient when it comes to hooking it up, because you do need the extra power. This keyboard here, no extra USB on it, but it does have, pull it out. The Razer does use 2 USBs. Now, another thing about the Razer Ultimate is, because I think of this feature here, it doesn't quite work right. On my computer here, when this keyboard hooked up, my computer would not boot at all. It would not boot at all, and I couldn't get into Windows. The computer basically get to the you turn the computer on, does the post, and it just sits there and freezes. You have to go into your you have to unplug this keyboard, get another keyboard. I use an older keyboard. Or you can use your G19 works. You have to go into your BIOS settings and change your, if you have fast USB 3.0 settings, or you have to change it from, like, I think it's high speed or fast USB. You can turn it down to low speed or full USB. This keyboard here does not work in the full speed or fast USB settings. You have to turn your BIOS down to low or full USB. So that's a very big flaw on Razer's part. But overall, when it comes to keyboard designs, I'm going to be sticking with my Razer. It is a pain in the ass on getting your BIOS settings set up, but once you get everything set up and start using it, I do find using it, and for gaming, this keyboard is better. So yeah, there's my review. Hope you enjoy. If you need any more insight or words, please post a comment below, and again, subscribe. Thank you.